Hello again, people. Zach Attack is here with the attack line for Monday, December 12th, 2011. Alright, let's kick it off with DJ News. DJ Zach Attack News. Had a decent weekend this past weekend. I didn't have a gig on Friday. I had a birthday party to go to, which was kind of fun. Then on Saturday, of course, I had my gig for Huron Point Yacht Club. Now I DJ for another yacht club for the last 3 years, Bayside, and they have been awesome to me. And same feeling from this company, Huron Point. Yeah, they're a little older people than the people from Bayside, but they're the same attributes as every yacht club may agree to have. They're very nice and super enthusiastic. I lost count of how many people loved the show. It was better than I could ever expect from this Huron Point Yacht Club, because I thought old people not gonna have too much fun. Like if you're like 16 over, I expected you to like sit down and talk all night, but not these people. They electrified me. They shocked me. They danced a lot. Disco. It's a weird party when you got people requesting the Cupid 60-year-olds dancing the Cupid shuffle, and also part of our anthem. But it was still a good feeling to see. Everyone had a great time, and I've been asked to come back to do more here and point things and other events for their residents. So it's gonna be awesome to come back. So thank you, Huron Point Yacht Club. Thank you, specifically Bayside. They got me this show. So thank you, Bayside and Huron Point Yacht Clubs. You guys are gonna be amazing. I got some gigs this week. Special needs dance on Friday. Saturday I'm off. Sunday I have a dance group Christmas party. And 1 week from today, Monday, I'm doing another Splash Bash, a special one. So there you go. That's the Zack Attack thing. Now on with entertainment in all of the world. Mostly sports-dominated attack line today. Only one bit of entertainment news. That will be the #1 movie. The good news and the bad news. The good news is Twilight finally got kicked off #1 this week with New Year's Eve. The bad news is expectations were not met. New Year's Eve only made $13 million. Another bad box office for the second straight week in a row. With snow falling down across the nation, box office was stagnant for the second week in a row. As seen by the $13 million debut, like I said, on New Year's Eve. And The Sitter, another movie, debuting at #2, but a dismal $9 million. So now the impressive box office this week, everyone else made below $10 million. So kind of a dismal box office, to say the least, this week. Hopefully, it can bounce back as we head towards the Christmas holiday. But like I said, shopping and snowfall around the country have impacted the box office. We'll see what goes down there next week. Now, like I mentioned, be all sports, fighting, and football. Football starts it off. Kind of a good day, bad day for me. My beloved Bears lost their third straight as they lost a nail biter against the Broncos. I hate to say this, I'm a Broncos fan now. You know what I mean? This whole Tebow thing is just phenomenal. You know, I really like the Broncos because they had a former Bears quarterback, Kyle Orton. Now we got Tebow involved, and they're winning these last-minute things. It's like, wow. Speaking of teams who like to make last-minute comebacks, the Lions won yesterday, beating the Vikings. With Lions and Falcons winning their games, brings the Bears down further from getting a wild card. There was another mixed day besides that because the Giants won. Oh, God. Cowboys, why? Giants could have screwed that up. Then, the only good things in the day yesterday was that we had the Colts losing. Yay. They're 0-13. So mention I'm not a big Manning person. I think both Mannings to lose. Even if one is out. And what else happened yesterday that was good in football? The Saints won. A lot of other good teams won yesterday. We head towards Christmas holiday and, of course, the playoffs. That means every win counts at this point because every team wants to be in those playoffs. And every team, of course, wants to be in that big one, the Super Bowl. All right, that's a little NFL for you. Now it's time for a lot of UFC news today, starting with results from UFC 140, which took place this past Saturday actually. And I didn't see it because I had a gig I mentioned on Saturday. But we had Machida and Jones for the light heavyweight championship. And Bones Jones defeated Lyoto Machida in round 2 with a choke. Also, Frank Mir defeated Nogueira again. Rodrigo Nogueira by submission. Well, Little Nog retained the family name by beating Tito Ortiz. In welterweight, Claude Patrick lost to Brian Applesall, and Chan Sung Jung defeated Mark Hominick via a knockout in 7 seconds of round 1. So that means with this main event tonight, this past Saturday, Bones Jones will defend against whoever wins the Rashad Evans Phil Davis fight at UFC on Fox 2 on January 28th. That wasn't the only UFC news made today. I heard there's going to be a new flyweight, a new 125 weight division in UFC as made by Dana White. So that's going to be interesting to see. Way smaller guys. I think like 135 and 145 bantamweight and featherweight. So we'll see how this flyweight can do. Now on the wrestling news, starting with results from TNA's pay-per-view Final Resolution last night. I heard same old TNA, same old BS, same old crappy pay-per-views. Well, that's what I heard. We have every title besides the Knockouts tag titles were on the line last night, and everybody retained. Gail Kim retained, with a little help from Madison Wayne. Austin Aries retained his X Division title. We had Robert E. retaining the television title. We had Matt Morgan and Crimson retaining their tag titles against Pope and Devon. I am guessing probably the Sun's gonna involve. Who knows? And Bobby Roode retained in a controversial tie in the Iron Man match for the TNA World title against AJ Styles. So, see what happens there. Like everyone's saying TNA pay-per-view sucked once again. What else is new? I like the company, but it's like when they put on crappy events like pay-per-views like every month, it's like WTF. And everybody retained. The only big thing is that Jeff Hardy beat Jeff Jarrett in their little cage match, which means Jeff Hardy will get a title shot against Bobby Roode at Genesis. And a lot of people may say that shouldn't happen because they think Hardy's still a crackhead. Also, Kurt Angle lost to James Storm. That's other news coming out of last night's pay-per-view. And also because Hardy won, I'm hearing someone may get fired on Impact on Thursday, either Jeff or Karen. Karen, please. Now on to my WWE Monday Night Raw preview. Tonight's the Slammies and the final Raw before TLC this Sunday, which I missed due to my good. Now, top 5 questions that must be answered today. Christian, number 5. Will Ryder wrestle tonight? Probably will. As we all know, last week, Zack Ryder, with a little help from Broski John Cena, defeated Mark Henry after initially losing to John Cena for a shot against Dolph Ziggler. So that means that match will take place this Sunday at TLC. Woo, 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 on the way, baby. Go Ryder against Ziggler on Sunday. Maybe a little warm-up match or something. Or maybe a tag match against Ziggler, teaming up with somebody. Who knows what will happen with Ryder tonight. But I'm guessing he will be involved in Raw tonight. It is 3 hours after all. So, see what happens there. Question number 4. Will we see any more promos about Kane or the 1-2-12 promos? Now, as rumors about Kane, is he coming back with the mask or not? I'm hearing probably not. And he'll return by the Royal Rumble. Returning to Raw and a heel. So we've been seeing these promos about Kane for the last couple of weeks about him coming back and all. Maybe they'll air another one. I'm also hearing they may air another 1-2-12 promo tonight and next week. I'm hearing one of these next 2 weeks are going to air a certain 1-2-12 promo that'll really give you a good clue about who it is. Like I said, speculation's been rampant about whether or not it's going to be Jericho, if it's going to be The Undertaker, maybe Vince McMahon. Who knows who it'll be? But everyone's guessing Jericho at this point. It's like everyone's guessing. But I hope the guy's not one of those big hype things that end up bad. Like, who's going to be McMahon's bastard son? Who's going to be his son? Wah, wah, wah. Hornswoggle. I hope it's not like that. I hope it's not like, Kurt Hawkins or something. Like, who's it going to be? Who's going to make 1-12-12? Santino. Wah, wah. It's like stupid like that. So who knows what'll happen there. But they're building it up so good, so we'll see if they will air any more promos concerning 1-2-12 or Canaanite. Question number 3. What's next for John Cena? Well, we've been seeing the whole Cena attempting to turn heel. He had a shot at TLC, but gave it up to let Zack Ryder get one last shot against Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title because he interfered in Ryder's match at Raw last week with Mark Henry. Who knows what happened with Cena? He is nominated for a Slammy tonight. I'll address the Slammies in a moment. So, see what happens there with Cena. It's hard to make Cena feud with anybody else at this point. Because they want Cena to be healthy for The Rock at WrestleMania. So if you build Cena up against anybody else, not only will you not only one, risk Cena for injury. 2, not only risk Cena's popularity more because he's getting his ass booed everywhere he goes. 3, you also wish the chance of this feud overshadowing the build for Rock and Cena's been minimal at best. Because you're building Cena with a guy who only shows up every once in a while. Sorry, Rock, but it's the truth. So it's hard to say. Like, Cena's in a Rock and a hard place right now. When it comes to Cena and everything. So hopefully Cena will have something going on this Sunday. But see what happens with Cena as we head towards WrestleMania. Speaking of TLC, question number 2. Will any matches be announced tonight, and how will the feuds in TLC build? Now we have, of course, the TLC triple threat between Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, and CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Having a little brawl last week. You can only tell these 3 will collide sometime tonight, building towards their match. And since it is Raw Super Show, expect something with Mark Henry Big Show tonight, heading towards their Chaos match at TLC. Also feud with Randy Orton and Wade Barrett may elevate more. They have a tables match at the pay-per-view. And of course, a big question, will Triple H show up tonight? Last week it was announced that Kevin Nash will face off against Triple H in a ladder match at TLC, but we haven't seen Triple H. Are they saving his comeback for TLC? Or he will come back on Raw tonight at the Slammies, either presenting or maybe via satellite, like a video or something. So who knows what will happen with any more matches made. Who knows if they're at anymore. But we'll see what happens with the feuds and everything for TLC tonight. And question number 1. Who will win the Slammies? Now, we don't know much about nominations. We usually vote on every award, but they only have one set of nominations announced, and that is Superstar of the Year, which you can vote right now on WWE.com, probably until like 10 o'clock or something. Your nominees for Superstar of the Year are John Cena, CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio, The Miz, Randy Orton, and Mark Henry. My pick is CM Punk to win. No one else deserves it more than him. He had a hell of a year this year. Starting the whole leaving thing, coming back and all. Some people say he's been diminished since he came back, but I still think Punk's the man. Now, we don't know any other nominees yet for any other categories, but we can expect Diva of the Year, match of the year, probably to announce that. And like any like comedy categories, who knows what other categories will be announced for Slammies tonight. They usually announce them by this time, but they decided not to announce anything until the show itself. There's also rumor that Lita is backstage and will present. So it'd be cool to see Lita on the show. It'd be cool to see her at least present. The only member of Team Extreme in WWE. Because Matt and Jeff ain't it. So that is it for my Atakline today. I'll see you all later on tonight for my Raw review. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the news from Zach. By the way, Raw tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, 3-hour Raw on USA Network. Been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. See you later. Yeah.